Welcome everyone, Costin here on Serious Gaming with an announcement and a plea for help because quite frankly the last couple of months on YouTube have been fairly bleak. And I do want to say that I'm really appreciative of all the support people have shown, via comments, people watching my content using YouTube Red, which is not affected by the wave of demonetizations that have gone on, and people supporting me via PayPal and Patreon. However, reality is I'm barely scraping by. So in order to continue doing what I do enjoy doing Let's Plays, I do enjoy talking about politics, I've decided to start streaming via Twitch. Now, I'm doing this not just because of the demonetization. There are plenty of issues on YouTube outside of that have led me to this. And it just seems to me that there's no room to grow on YouTube. That's the big problem. There's no room to grow there. It's very difficult to grow, so I'm gonna give Twitch a shot. And that's not to say that I'll stop in any way, shape, or form doing content on YouTube. I'll continue doing Let's Plays on YouTube. I'll continue doing political videos, and obviously right now I'm doing XCOM 2, and I'll even continue streaming via YouTube. But I'm also going to do Twitch at the same time because it seems to me that YouTube is getting worse and worse, so it's good to develop an alternative. That's my plan. I'll provide a link in the description to my Twitch channel, and I'll stream, middle of the day towards the evening, probably 4 p.m., maybe later, and from there on until, late in the day. I'll see about that. And I'll likely not be able to stream on Sundays and Tuesdays. I am currently part of an World of Warcraft raiding guild, and I do raid on Sundays and Tuesdays. But outside of that, I'll probably be able to stream every day. And, when it comes to Sundays and Tuesdays, that's just only late in the day, so I'll be able to stream earlier as well. But I'll continue doing Let's Plays on YouTube, and I'll continue doing political videos on YouTube because there are things I do care about. But really, I don't like being put in this situation. I don't like that it's gotten to this point. But YouTube, with the changes that they've made, and I've been doing this for, 7 years now, really. I've been doing content on YouTube, actually more than just 7 years. When I started on YouTube, you could just do it for fun. You could just do it for the enjoyment of doing content on YouTube. And you would get appreciated. You would have your videos being seen by other people. You would have people subscribe to you and stay subscribed to you. But the problem is that not only has YouTube mass demonetized even gaming videos at this point. I've covered Total War Warhammer 2, Witcher 3, Life is Strange Before Storm, and XCOM 2. And for every one of those games, I've gotten videos demonetized. But not only is that the problem, but the problem is this. It's very difficult to even for people to even see you as a channel, to be seen by people when you're doing content. So what's the fun in it? What's the fun in doing content that barely anyone's gonna find, that it's very difficult to grow your channel, or let alone retain the people that have already subscribed to you? What's the joy in that? It's just a lot of work for almost nothing, really. I mean, I do appreciate the comments people give me, but I also am aware of the fact that YouTube has made algorithm changes that really screw over smaller channels, make it almost impossible to create a channel from scratch right now and make it anything worthwhile. So, it's taken a lot of the joy out of doing Let's Plays. It's taken a lot of the joy out of doing any kind of videos on YouTube to begin with. I started this for fun. I started doing videos on YouTube for fun, for the joy of doing videos. I liked doing Let's Plays. I liked that particular format. Right now, it's no longer enjoyable. And it's because of the changes that YouTube has made to the site, not just in ad revenue, but in searchability, and subscriptions, and comments, and content ID. For the last 4 years, YouTube has been consistently screwing over content creators on the site, and quite frankly, a lot of us have had enough of it, really. And hell, I'm one of the happy cases in the sense that my channel hasn't been blacklisted as a whole, whereas other gaming channels have been blacklisted, let alone the political channels. They've been blacklisted. For me, I guess it's the variety of content that I have, the variety of genres that I play, that saved me from that kind of fate, but I'm fairly close to it. There's a lot of videos that I upload, regardless of what they are, that get demonetized right off the bat or shortly thereafter. So that leaves a bad feeling for someone who puts in the hours to do videos in general. So it is frustrating. It is annoying that YouTube has made these changes. I don't think they'll change. I think they live in a bubble. I think a lot of the decisions that they've made on the site, they've made them without really understanding what kind of impact those decisions will have. And I think YouTube has consistently thrown content creators to the wolves at the mere threat of their corporate overlords or their corporate partners, threatening to do something to the site. I mean, to give you an understanding, YouTube lost 10% of their revenue earlier this year because of mass advertiser boycott. Why was there a mass advertiser boycott? Because the YouTube algorithm is a broken mess that was putting ads on propaganda videos from various extremist factions in conflict zones across the world. So in response to that, they launched a mass advertiser boycott. What did YouTube do? Well, the decisions YouTube made ended up costing people about half their revenue on average. There are people lost 90% of their revenue, not because all their videos are controversial, not because the stuff is not really advertiser friendly, but because YouTube blacklisted them. Political channels. And now it's gaming videos, gaming channels that are getting blacklisted. Shooters in particular, but not just shooters. Strategy games, for instance. Or Life is Strange, a teenage drama visual novel game, is close to being blacklisted. Almost every video I did of Life is Strange before the storm, the new one, was demonetized as I uploaded it or shortly after I uploaded them. Logic? There's no logic. This is a robot. I don't know what the hell that robot is looking for. I don't know what terms they're looking for, but it's clear that the system isn't really working as intended. If something like Life is Strange gets demonetized across the board. So it's nonsense. It's a bad system. It's badly thought out, and quite frankly, I've had enough of it. And really, I have enough. I have enough on my plate to deal with in real life. I mean, hell, a couple of months ago, I was diagnosed with an untreatable eye condition. Hasn't been pretty dealing with that at all. And I have to constantly manage that condition. Not treat it, because there is no treatment available, but manage it. Yeah. That's a whole lot of fun to deal with all of that in a single year. Thanks, Google, really. I mean, Google brought this on themselves with what they've done. They've made a bunch of decisions that ended up biting them in the ass, and then instead of trying to fix the situation, instead of trying to fix things, Google decided to screw over content creators on the site. I mean, I lost 2/3 of my ad revenue because of decisions Google made, and I very much doubt I'll ever be able to fully recover that, or recover that in the short term. Even if I do, the chances of the reality is that I wasn't doing so well even before the current situation, so the things are not so good. I mean, it's really annoying because I at least have a channel already. I already have a fan base. I mean, that's the thing that really irritates me, that very few people will be able to do what I did or what other people did, because it's just not possible anymore. It's not possible to do this, grow a community, grow a fan base anymore because of the way the algorithm works. It's not possible to earn a living through ad revenue anymore because of the changes that they've made. So now most channels, many of the bigger channels, rely almost entirely on Patreon or PayPal support to be able to continue doing what they're doing. And that's where I'm at right now as well. I do need people to support me if I'm going to be able to continue doing what I'm doing. I certainly hope Twitch pans out, because if it doesn't, well, that's the end of it. It would be a damn shame, but I don't have any other choice, really. Costin here on Serious Gaming, signing out. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video. And again, if you like my content, please do consider supporting me via PayPal, Patreon, or if you're so inclined, a YouTube Red subscription, because those aren't affected. YouTube Red views and the revenue they bring channels aren't affected by the demonetization wave. At least that's what YouTube tells us. Whether or not that's actually accurate, you never know if YouTube is telling the truth on something.